Hey, what's up guys? This is a special on the porch broadcast from the thrift store prepper, and reason being, people, is we've got some very strange sounds and thunderclaps going on in the skies above Toronto. Weird skies is something we've seen a lot of this year and over the summer months, and something we joke about is are they pulling a Monty Burns from The Simpsons and trying to block out the sun? Yeah, can you hear those claps of thunder? And that's really pretty much what I was making this video about, because for the last 10-20 minutes these thunderclaps have been going on, and they don't seem to kind of stop, or if they do, there's not much of a break in between. It is kind of a constant rumble, and as you can kind of hear in the background, that rumble is continuing. So I'm having a little there you go, last smoke before I head out to work. And this is what we're listening to, people, these very strange thunder sounds in the skies above Toronto. So who knows exactly what is going on with this. There's no rain, and sometimes it sounds a little bit like it might be a... Sorry, just blowing a bug away from the camera. It sounds like engines, like jet engines, maybe, who knows, above that big black dark cloud above. There might be an alien mothership on its way to a secret location to meet with a select bunch of government officials and scientists, a la Close Encounters of the Third Kind. And lucky, bonus, my little hot housewife's on her way up with her little Italian greyhound dog. She's just about to walk by, and there you go, there's another very strange clap of thunder. And sorry, my spliff went out, so I don't know if we are going to see some rain or some thunder. But a few weeks ago we had the soundless the lightning storm in the night that didn't have any thunder at all, and now we've got this very strange... Hello, Frank.
Hey,
how are you doing? But I'm just in the middle of making a video for my channel. Do you want to say hello to my viewers?
Sure, I'd love to.
Say hello, wave. This is...
Oh, also, I'm already here in the picture there?
Yeah, you are. I'm just recording these crazy thunderclaps that have been rolling and rumbling.
Well, if it's the weather, not much you have to hold on to there. It's going to change each time you look at it.
I know. Well, it's been weird. It's been rumbling quite a lot for the last 20 minutes or so. And,
so that's the theme for the day, the clouds?
Yeah, well, I've watched a few strange cloud events over the summer and got a little bit of a playlist on my channel.
But they're not tied to any particular theory of cloud formation?
It's more to do with geoengineering, weather manipulation, like HAARP, the organization that has a little bit of technology, and also NASA have technology to create and manipulate weather. And there's been a lot of floods and rain and things in the...
Yeah, but what do you think? The Chinese, the Russians, everybody's got a hand in there now?
Exactly, the Chinese at the Beijing Olympics. They were shooting ions into the clouds to ensure that it didn't rain. They were trying to disperse it because they wanted the perfect Olympic Games. They didn't want any bad weather to... and this was actually documented on like the mainstream at the time, that all those crazy...
More revealing still is that the final fireworks that we all saw on TV, which were phenomenal, were actually a video game, and the real fireworks in Beijing itself were different from what we saw on TV.
Really?
So,
yeah, well, the
tells you, don't you trust appearances in whatever their form they come.
This is very true, and the mainstream media are somebody that are very, very crafty at manipulating what they display as truth in some of their coverage on certain events.
The first casualty in war, times of war.
This is very true, and the United States...
But now also in times of peace. So.
Well, yeah, we are under peacetime, but this is something that President Obama, he signed a legislation to legalize propaganda, which is usually only something that is reserved for wartime and for the support of the war effort. However, this is kind of coincided with Mr. Trump's arrival at the White House, and now we see and hear almost every day
Now
fake news.
The word White House has a whole new connotation.
Yeah, exactly, and a little bit of something, you know, we're living in the upside down, where the old values of society are being disregarded in this very new, strange, rainbow unicorn type.
And you're navigating okay, or you start feeling like a victim?
Well, I think there are lots of victims, but people don't know that they are victims of the mind control or the manipulation.
So they don't want to see themselves a victim. Maybe,
Ignorance
right?
is bliss, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of people, as they're being referred to, are sheeple. But as you can see, these like weird clouds overhead, there's some nice white fluffy ones. It's like layers and layers of cloud on top of each other. And it always seems to be coming from that like little northwest section over there. There's like 2 locations I've noticed, and even we've pointed this out to Roger, that we have something like if you ever see the clouds or even coming.
Roger around?
I think he's still in bed at the minute. I don't know, he likes to be lazy on Saturdays, but yeah, I just figured, seeing as there was some very strange sounds going on in the sky, let's make a little video. And something interesting yesterday, I caught the shooting as it happened pretty much yesterday on Roncesvalles.
Well, I'm not a great friend of this rain, because it fucking rains into my apartment.
Yeah, and we have had quite a lot of downpours this summer. We have had some nice waves, but we've had more.
Well, it's part of the normal weather pattern, right? That you get some rain, especially in the summer, big storms.
Yeah, you know, you get those summer storms, and you do tend to get like the heavy thunderstorms and the humidity, and it's kind of a humid day today, as you can feel. But these kind of sounds have been crickling and crackling for a little while, and
there's going to be more coming down, I'm sure.
Yeah, they say all over the weekend it's going to be.
Okay, I say hi to your audience. Thank you very much for your time, and you have a good day.
You too, Frank. Always a pleasure to see you, my friend.
Right.
And maybe we'll see you on a future video. And Frank here is an actual real-life professor, so we do have some very high-caliber guests on the Thrift Store Prepper channel.
Thank you so much for the invitation. Okay, see you next time.
See you later,
Bye.
buddy. Have a good Saturday. I'm heading to work shortly. So, yeah, there you go. Unscripted, unedited, raw and live. There was a chat with Frank, my resident professor who lives in my building, but as you can still hear in the background for this, strange, weird sounds in the sky. And let's give you a little look around. See that little white puff over there in the blackness? And we'll have a little look out in the neighborhood. And yeah, darkness ahead, and it's very strange weather. But anyway, I've got to get my smoke on. I've got to get back to work. And oh look, 7 minutes 44. So let's keep this up to 10, and we can get a 10-minute tip out of this, or a 10-minute talk. Oh my goodness, there's a little bit of a big one. I'm going to move my chair around a little bit closer, just so I can be closer to the mic, and that's maybe a little bit of a better view of the sky, and I can keep an eye on what's going on with the camera time. So yeah, hopefully today I will be lucky enough to not witness any gang-related executions on the streets of Toronto on the way to work. And you may or may not, or probably have by now, seen the videos on my playlist, on my channel, sorry, and do actually have a playlist going called the Roncesvalles Drive-By. Very interesting clouds going on there. So back to the weather manipulation and some possible geoengineering going on. As you can see, the sun is coming out now for a little gap of sunshine in there, and the clouds seem to be getting louder and louder. Not the clouds, the claps of thunder, sorry. So yeah, I was hoping maybe we might get some lightning or catch some rain as the thunder was coming in, because it does look like there's some very black and dark clouds coming in on the horizon. And maybe this might help my Saturday night. I might get a quiet one if it gets we get some very heavy rain and torrential storms later, which we are forecast on the weather. So it might give me a quiet Saturday night in the trenches. But let's not wishful think, because that's usually fast track to disaster in many of my experiences of life, and I tend to expect the worst. In if anything else other than that happens, it's a bonus. So there's another little big loud clap of thunder as we do end this little 10-minute talk on a Saturday afternoon. Ship video productions for the Thrift Store Prepper.